It reminded me when we met, and you were again working for Eric Schmidt, who was the president and CEO of Google at the time, and I was his PR person. So your job was to be innovative and creative and come up with all. That was what you were doing.
That was your job too.
No, my job was to say no to things that were too innovative. I wonder if you remember this, but Eric wanted to talk about how one day we would all take our password like a vitamin every morning and it would change. And I was like, I never want to hear it again. Nobody wants that. But when you were talking about discovering minerals, it makes me think of how you've got these billionaires doing asteroid mining. It just feels so abstract and kooky. And I think when you talk about it's happening now, you found new crystals, there are new materials. We are really dependent on problematic nation states for lithium, and we're held somewhat hostage by geopolitics and industrial policy when it comes to chips. And so the idea that we could find not just domestic mining, but new things altogether, that is a really concrete example that, to be honest, I'd not heard about till just this minute.
I mean, AlphaFold, another perfect example, right? You know, one of the signature DeepMind achievements, you know, now something that's very big at Google, DeepMind. After decades of study, scientists had predicted the structures of, you know, fewer than 200,000 proteins, which are, of course, the microscopic building blocks of life, you know, key to understanding, you know, a whole bunch of different realms of science, you know, where we want to make progress for the human race. And DeepMind was able to go and build a technology, AlphaFold, which was able to successfully predict the structure of, you know, more than 200 million proteins and, you know, make that data freely available to the world. And you've got, you know, scientists and, you know, labs all over the world using that data now, using that knowledge to go and advance things like, you know, ways to overcome, you know, antibiotic resistance, you know, to figure out how to create enzymes that can eat plastic pollution. You know,
I love that one, by the way.
Yeah. So like you see, like, this is just like one example, right, of something that's happening now, and we're starting to see progress being driven around the world. And actually, going back to the time when we worked together, right, I remember vividly like having this conversation, you know, with colleagues, you know, on our team about what is innovation. It's not just what's new. And often people use it sort of interchangeably with just what is new, what's novel. And innovation, of course, is about how do you have inventions and discoveries where after you've achieved them, you get new waves of invention and discovery around those things. And, you know, that way, the thing that you've discovered ends up spreading through society. It goes rippling out and creating all this new value. And we're in this moment right now where the ripples are spreading incredibly rapidly. I mean, actually, I think it's sometimes challenging working in the AI space just to keep up with the pace at which we're seeing all these extraordinary breakthroughs.
I love that you said that too. So first of all, this has just been an injection of optimism because I sit here being really cynical. And I said recently, it's just iterative. But what you've just said is it's not iterative. It's actually exponentially innovative.
That's what I think, yeah.